I should probably load though. Let's see. So low, where do we start? Is it like around here maybe? Because there was that decision to choose like who to spend your time with basically. I think around, yeah, this one, right? But then again, well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Like whether or not I get the good or bad end. Because I think you make some decisions before this part. But, you know. That like might affect whether you get a good or bad ending. But you know what? I'll just ride with it. You know, it doesn't matter whether I get a good or a bad ending first. I'll just get whatever ending I want. You maybe get the bad ending. I actually don't mind getting the bad ending first, just so I can get out of the way and then get the good ending, you know? Anyway. Well, what's the next person on the list? So it says Crowven, by the way. So I guess let's do Crowven next. Right next on the list. I want to learn about Reginald, but you know, I think it's fitting that we learn about him last. We'll learn about Crowven first. So what did he want? He's saying he wants to apologize, so he's inviting us for lunch at Planet Dollars, or whatever. Okay. So this time, let's not hang out with the very ungrateful owl girl that I really wish we were lesbians with, but, you know, never mind that. She's actually I'm gonna be honest, she's a horrible person. Like, if she's a person in real life, don't hang out with her. She's just very ungrateful and doesn't appreciate your time and doesn't respect you at all. So, I mean, let's go to the cafe then. In that case, you know, I wonder if she becomes an antagonist actually, in this route. But let's see. Well, it was a tough choice, but I had to choose one of them. I told the others I had plans with, and I had to meet with them some other time. Then, when noon rolled around, I headed to my destination. I spotted Crowven pretty quickly. Dressing the way we do, it wasn't that hard. They're both like goth people. I recognized those red and black striped sleeves from a mile away. When Crowven saw me, he gave me a big hug. It made me realize how long it had been since he last hugged me. Well, now we know, though, by the way, since we did the Twilla route, though, especially the bad end, we know that Crowven did something, however, you know? So it might not be all friendly route. I feel like, I don't know, there's no reason to focus on the Butcher in this route, so I don't know if we're gonna do any of that. But it seems like there's something behind his, like, exterior that he's hiding. Something about killing a bunch of people and dropping bodies in the lake or something? I don't know. I guess we'll see. His arms felt relaxed and he was wearing his classic smile. For a moment, it looked as if he was back to his normal old self. We had lunch together, and like he promised, it was his treat. And then they said, "So you definitely dabbed?" Oh my god, what was this conversation? Of course I did. You know I had to do it to him. Oh my god. Stop talking in memes, you zoomers. Even though I do it sometimes too, but still. That's so you. I know, right? I thought about mentioning how happy I was that he was starting to feel alright, but I was worried that by bringing it up, he might get upset again. So I just kept the conversation going. There's no reason to bring it up anyways. So, would you consider it a successful date? Oh yeah, totally. Oh, his date with the blue-haired girl or whatever? I mean, they look ready to kill me by the end of it, but in the fun way, you know? What? What do you mean kill? We just did a lot of killing, you know? In another route. Kinda like how my mom looks at dad when he ever makes a bad pun? Exactly. I'm so happy for you. Do you think you'll take them out again? Maybe. Wow. Going on a day sounds fun. Don't worry, Mars. Someone will take you out too one day. Anyways, do you like it here? The Planet Dollars, I mean. I always thought it was overhyped, but now that we have one, it actually ain't too shabby. Well, actually, I've been here before. Oh, you have? When? Oh, I was here just the other day because I wanted to check it out. Funnily enough, we sat at this table too. Oh, you did? Wait, who's we? His red eyes burning with rage. Did you suddenly make friends behind my back? Huh? Oh, well that sounds, I don't know, I don't know the intonation. I don't know the tone of voice he said that sentence with, but that sounds, you know, very controlling. You suddenly make friends behind my back? Well, when I was here, the place was pretty packed, so the only NPC was at this table. But some other girl was sitting here too, and I guess we're like kind of friends now? No, Mary, no. Don't hang out with Trilla. I mean, I just met her, but we're keeping in contact, so... Her name's Twilla, and... Twilla? Yeah. Is there a problem with that? Mary, listen to me. I'm saying this because I care about you. Stay away from Twilla. Huh? Why? You just can't talk to her, okay? I can't... All the people you had to talk to her? She's the kind of girl who stabbed the devil in the ass with his own pitchfork. Seriously, you shouldn't be talking to her. You know her? Has something happened between you two? You've never mentioned her before, and... Mary, please. I know I'm coming off really bad right now, and you probably think I'm being a giant dick. But just don't talk to her. You just can't. I guess we'll start saving. Guess we'll just save here. Well, I can save here apparently. Oh, and I just noticed there's actually more pages beyond just 9. You can actually go to page 1,000,000. I don't know if I should do that though, because then I can't. Because it's gonna be very annoying to click on the other pages to go back. It's kind of weird that you can do that. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll just start saving over the Twilla route. In that case, I guess start saving here. I'll start saving here. Overwrite my save. I don't want to be her friend. I don't know. I mean, I know. I mean, okay, fine. I already know, though. I already know she's a bad person. So I know she's out. Watch my back. I wanna play as naturally as I can. I don't want to just pick all the choices that will probably get the good end, but I want to like stick to choices that I want Mary to pick rather than just always choose. Like, I don't want to follow a walkthrough basically. When I go through a route in kind of visual novel, unless I'm trying to like find all the things I've missed. Anyway, I already promised I'd help her with some stuff, but I trust your reasons for disliking her, even if I don't know what they are. I think it's a little late to back out of the arrangement, but I'll definitely take what you said to heart. I'll be careful. Good, you should be. Come on, let's go throw our trash out. Crowven was still salty about Twilla even after I had attempted to drop the conversation. He said he wouldn't talk about it anymore, but I better not ever mention him to Twilla. Ever. We tried to spend the rest of the day together, but it was more than apparent he wasn't in a good mood anymore. At least by the time we started heading home, he had calmed down to a much more normal state. After getting home, he said he was going to smoke outside for a little bit, so I let him and head up to the bed. How old is he? I mean, I don't know. I always just assume characters in a visual novel are like teenagers, if they don't mention it. But like, if he is a young person and he's smoking already, it's not very healthy. All I gotta say. I did what I did every day. I did what I do every day. Did what I do every day. Hi. Hello. Is this normal? Yeah, this is normal. Yeah, I'll skip that because you already saw that. I guess we'll skip those scenes. As about to leave. Oh, okay. Not agitated. Okay, not eating breakfast apparently. I don't know. I guess I'll pick this one. Why not? I'm just gonna pick something up while I'm out. He responded with a simple okay, and after that I was out the door. I just wanted to go to that place and not be bothered. On the bus ride there, all three of them texted me again. Crowven said I left pretty quickly. Twilla wants to talk about some progress, and Reginald said he'll be at the cemetery again. I just need to be alone. Okay, this is the same actually. Okay, this is all the way back here. I don't know. Let's pick a different thing now. Last time we said Halloween party. Let's say married couple this time. So apparently she's reminiscing about what happened in the diner, I guess. And apparently she remembers I knew they were married because the bride was wearing her gown. I was still a little girl then, so she looked like a princess in my eyes. Her dress was poofy enough to lose yourself in, and she attracted quite a bit of attention when she came in. Poofy. Poofy. That's a funny word. Mostly from me. When my dad asked why they were here of all places, the bride said that she wanted her grandfather to see her in her dress. But her grandfather was dead and buried in the cemetery right next to us, so it was the closest she would get. I remember talking to her. She was so kind, or at least that's how I remember her. I asked her if she was sad that her grandfather died, and she said she wasn't. She said he wasn't gone, just someplace else. She could visit him at any time, right in the cemetery. Those words, that idea, really struck with me as a child. Maybe that's one of the reasons I enjoy visiting it so often. It probably sounds really silly, but it really meant a lot to me in a moment. I can't remember what it is she came in here for exactly, but I do remember the exact exact seat she sat in at the corner. At the counter. The corner? Oh, I didn't mean to mix that. At the counter, yeah, that's the corner. I would always try to sit there too whenever I could, but now it was all covered in dust, and no one's here. Where should I go? Okay, last time we went to our room. Let's go to Mom and Dad's room this time, I guess. Why not? I decided to walk up to my parents' room. Excuse me. I sneezed. Hopefully I muted that. I just missed him so much I couldn't bring myself not to. It's just very dusty, you know. That's why I sneeze, by the way. It's just so dusty in this diner room. Love. Okay. I stepped into my parents' room. The curtains were drawn open, and warm light flooded into the room as the sun finally came out from behind the clouds today. I could still smell some of my mom's perfume lingering in the air. Everything was so neat, just as they had always kept things. You wouldn't even have guessed they were kidnapped. There were no signs of struggle or even any sort of mess at all. The bed was made and all their stuff was exactly where it should be. The only thing different was a fine layer of dust from how long it had been, and the fact that my parents weren't here. I sat on my parents' bed. It always was softer than mine. I remember sleeping here as a little girl when I didn't feel quite big enough to sleep in my own bed just yet. Mom would help me build pillow forts here sometimes, and we would hang up a sign that said, "No boys allowed." It didn't take long for me to start crying. I miss my mom and dad. Well, they're still gonna be gone. In the Twilla Raw anyway, it seems like that was just never resolved. I never even got the chance to say goodbye to them. Last message I got from them, it was my mom telling me she hoped I would sleep well that night. And then the next day, they were gone. Just like that. What do I do now? What if they never come back? What if I already saw them for the last time? I ended up falling asleep on my parents' bed. I was already exhausted from my lack of sleep, and crying certainly didn't help in that respect. When I woke up, I was unaware of how much time had passed. She does have a knack for that, by the way. She just accidentally oversleeps in the strangest of places, you know? She just does that a lot. But I felt groggy, and I didn't think I should stay any longer. That'd probably just make me feel worse. I got up from the bed and began to head back downstairs. It wasn't until I got to the bottom of the stairs that I noticed that, someone was here. It was a stranger. I guess I'll skip this. Yeah, it should be the same. She saw a stranger. They were here for some reason. We don't know who it was. So she wants to call someone. Who do we call? Last time we called Twilla. Let's call Crowven this time, because I feel like we're doing the Crowven route this time, so let's see. He's family. I don't know what to do. I rushed to call Crowven. He was my family and the only person I could trust for something like this. Please pick up, Crowven. As I was beginning to fear Crowven forgot to charge his phone or something or other, he picked up. Yo, Crowven, where are you right now? Are you busy? Can you come to meet me? Whoa, hold up. What's with all the questions? Everything okay? I'm at the diner and there was someone here. Some intruder. They just ran out, but please, can you please come here? Cool down, Mary. Reel it back a bit. Oh, come, okay? Don't panic. Okay, I'll try not to. It felt like an eternity passed before Crowven got here. I couldn't really read the expression on his face. He looked kind of concerned, but also kind of annoyed in a way too. Did I bother him somehow? You know, maybe he was getting to second base with his girlfriend or whatever. I don't know. Still, he calmed down pretty quickly. So we looked around the house together, trying to make sure whoever was here didn't leave anything behind. And they didn't. Except, well, when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. Okay. Weird. Okay. Oh, okay. So interesting, like that. Last time we picked our room, we were sleeping in our room, and so the strangers took something from our parents' room. This time, somebody went to our room and stole something because we were in the other room. It was one of my favorites, and I always kept it right on the shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easily. Did they take it? That thought put my stomach in knots. To think, they must have been here while I was dozing off. Head back downstairs. Crowven gave me a kind of sad look. Are you really okay, Mars? I am now, thanks for coming. Mars, are you sure you weren't just imagining things? It was probably just an animal that got in, I don't know. I know it's just been kinda rough lately, and I know I haven't been helping in that, so look, I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if you gone all cuckoo. What? No. Crowven, I definitely saw a person here. I swear it. Well, in that case, maybe it was just a squatter? Crowven, I really don't think so. This place was locked before, they couldn't have gotten in until I unlocked it. What if they followed me here? You can't know that for sure, though, right? I guess not. Look, you caught me at a bad time, getting ready to do the sexy times now. And I really can't do a lot to help right now, anyways. Let's just get out of here and try to forget it, okay? Forget it? Is there anything we can really do at this point? You already called me just because you didn't want to phone the police, right? Look, I'm sorry someone got in, but what do you want me to do about it? What do you want me to do about it? You're not very helpful, Groven. I feel like just everyone Mary interacts with is just a horrible person. I don't know. I'm just one guy, Mars. I can't track him down for you. I'm just gonna complain all day. I'm not actually gonna validate your emotions and understand where you're coming from. I'm just gonna like complain because it's all about me and my problems. I guess I don't care about you really, even though I say that. Anyway, let's just leave this place alone for now. I guess. This is also not a very fruitful relationship, I feel like. Anyway, we left and I locked the place back up, but something seemed off about Crowven today. He usually wasn't like this. Crowven was always so hot-headed and defensive, especially towards me lately. But now that I'm actually asking for his help, he just doesn't seem to care. I went home disappointed that night. I could barely eat or brush my teeth properly. I almost went straight to bed, but no, can't do that. There's a texter, texty's text. Oh yeah, this thing, and also jump scare. Rawr! Kind of skipped that. There's also this scene. I don't know if this scene is all that important though. It doesn't seem to affect anything, so I don't know. I'm just gonna say something. Well, how did she die though? I may be interested in that. You don't have to. I'm sorry if that was too intrusive. She was sick, you see, for a very long time. She was in the hospital for a while. We always thought she could get better. It always seemed that way, at least. Okay, she just, died from an illness. In the end, well, things didn't go as we thought they would. I see. I'm very sorry. Tried our best. She's scared, yeah. I don't think that's too important. That dialogue is too important. I feel like it's just there to show that, oh, Mary, she's a weird girl. She likes to go to cemeteries and also other people's funerals for some reason, I guess. Anyway. Crowven. Hey, Mars. You good? Yeah, I'm good. You didn't seem to care last time, though. What are you doing out here? I don't know. I remember you talking about some sort of funeral happening today. Figured I'd stop by and ask if you wanted to hang after. But I guess now is after, so wanna hang now? Oh, alright? What's that look for? Oh, nothing, it's nothing. It's just, well, I don't know. You've kinda been in a bad mood lately. It's kinda sudden that you wanna hang out right now. Is there any reason for that? Nothing special. It's not like I have other plans today or anything, and no one's been responding to my texts, so, okay. Your little girlfriend, isn't texting you back, and now you're going back to your cousin? I don't know. Oh, I see. Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So we hang or not? Oh, yeah. Just, you're not, gonna get snappy with me, are you? No promises. Okay. Crowven. Kidding. I won't. Come on, let's go. I followed Crowven down the sidewalk as we headed somewhere. Suddenly, he wants to spend time with me again. Again, this also, I don't know why, but this also feels like an abusive relationship. You know how like I don't know. It's kind of like, oh, this whoever, your like partner or whatever is like they're very dismissive and they don't give you attention. But then suddenly, out of nowhere, they give you all the attention, and then rinse and repeat, like a cycle and everything. I don't know. I think this tactic is called negging. I don't know. Anyway, Suddenly he wants to spend time with me again, even though other times like he can't wait to get as far as me as possible. He has given me mixed messages. It's weird. I mean, he's also I assume his cousin. I don't know how related. Like I don't know if it's like a distant cousin or anything. I don't know if there's any romantic implications. I don't think there is. So it's not exactly like that, I guess, but you know, it still feels that way. I don't know. It just feels like, why are you doing this? Why are you just giving me mixed messages? So what, one day you think I'm the closest family you have, and the next day you don't give a shit about me? That's weird. Anyway, still though, I would appreciate the time he wanted to spend with me when he did. I would appreciate. We kept walking together. I kind of just let him lead and follow him wherever it was he was going. I didn't even think to ask until we had been walking a block or two already. Oh, hey, where are we going actually? Or are we just wandering? Huh? Oh no. I figured we could go to the arcade together. Ever since I was there the other day, I've been itching to go back. Itching. Itching? Itch.io? Technically it's itch.io, by the way. The website where this game comes from, and also a bunch of indie games I play. It's itch.io. And I think that's how the creators of that website want it to be pronounced. I always say itch.io because it just rolls off the tongue better. itch.io. It's like a cereal, Have you been itching to get some itch.ios? Like a important part of a healthy breakfast. Anyway, and it's not like I can't play fighting games alone. Are you gonna beat me in fighting games? I mean, I can, but it's not as fun. The arcade. I felt so excited. Video games. Wow. You have enough quarters? I can remember the last time I went to the arcade, or any arcade for that matter. I wonder if it still looked the same as it does in my head. I wonder if they still had the crane machine. Well, those questions will be answered shortly enough. Arcade. Wow. The automatic doors in front of the familiar brick building began to open up. The bright light from outside leaked into the dark interior of the building. The arcade. It was just how I remembered it. Except cleaner, and with a new carpet, and I was taller now. Oh goodness, I haven't been to the arcade in so long. Really? My friends and I are here all the time. Honestly, it's kind of a wonder we haven't been kicked out by now. Don't tell anyone, but I cheated at skee-ball last time I was here. Maybe we can do that today and rack in some tickets. Then we can finally get that lava lamp from the prize booth. But only if they still have it in the blue color. This is so exciting. What should we play first? I don't know. Why don't we look around and see? Crowven and I sought out a game to play. We tried to look for the ones we could play together since we were both here. It was a bit of a challenge finding one that was free though. I guess everyone else had the same idea we did to come here today. Say, last time you were here, that's when you met that person, right? Of Vasilis, I think? Vasilis. Vaseline? Yeah, what about them? How are they? I never heard you talk about them after. Did your date go well? I noticed Crowven's face go a little red. Oh, are you still seeing them? None of your business. Crowven says he avoided eye contact with me. Although it was a bit snappy, I could tell he didn't mean it maliciously. Eventually, a fighting game opened up, just like he was hoping for. So we made our way over to begin playing. I'm not all that good at fighting games. Well, this is what. Well, I mean, you can get dominated, Mary, because you're gonna play like a gamer that plays fighting games all day. They're not gonna go easy on you. They're just gonna murder you. Or video games in general. My God, Mary. But I have fun playing them regardless. As we selected our characters, Crowven said he wouldn't go easy. Yep. Well, this always happens. So I had to make sure I gave it my all. Alright, here we go. You ready? I think so, maybe? Well, you better be. I'm gonna do my, 150 infinite chain combo and just kill you in one round, and that's it. What should I do? Punch, 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 kick, punch, block. Kick, punch, kick, block, kick. I mean, I don't think it matters. You gotta play footsies. Come on. Come on, Mary. You can't just press buttons. You gotta make sure you're in the right spacing. You gotta learn your combos. You gotta learn your bread and butter. Or bread and... That's always called bread and butter? I don't know a lot of fighting game terms, to be honest. Sure. Punch, punch, kick, punch, block. Not bad. But I'm better. Jump. That's always the noob thing to do, but jump. Are you sure you haven't been here in a while? Yeah? I don't know. I feel like you lied to me, made me let my guard down. Kick, block, kick, punch, block, charge? Sure. Ha! The Scarecrow strikes again. Alright, I wonder if you can win that. I don't know, it doesn't matter though. Scarecrow? That's me. Since when did you start calling yourself that? Not important. Don't worry about it. Was good play against you though. You'll do better next time. Crowven and I play a few more games after that. Some more fighting ones, 1 or 2 racing ones, all the kind of games you can play with 2 players. Those kind of games don't really give out tickets though, so it looked as though we wouldn't be getting that lava lamp today. Playing all these games was really fun, but I could see how it was starting to tire Crowven out. We were about to leave when I spotted it. I tugged on Crowven's sleeve, to which he turned and looked at. He groaned. Really? The crane machine? You know, the one game? I mean, a lot of games in the arcade that's not video games, it's just rigged, but that's the most infamously rigged one. You know they're just scams for your money, right? The toys in there are so cheap anyways. Don't you have enough? Well, I mean, he did just move, right? So she probably doesn't have enough. Alright, fine, I'll try it. Just keep in mind that I'm rusty, okay? Crowven and I walked up to the crane machine. He reached into his pockets for his wallet as I pressed my face to the glass in excitement. So many anime, such an anime face. Anyway, if there's one problem I definitely have, aside from all the others, is that I love plushies too much. Is that how you spell plushies, by the way? I always thought there was an I, you know? Maybe it's just the way I spell it. I do know that, you know, if you live in America and you live in Canada, there's like certain spellings that are a little bit different because we use the British spelling anyway. I always collect them, even though they usually just sit all pretty in my room. There's just something about how soft and comforting they are. Back when we were kids, Crowven and I would come to this arcade whenever he was in town. I always tried to win things from the crane machine, but I could never do it. Dad would always try too, but he was like me and could never quite get it right. Crowven seemed to have a gift when it came to this stuff. It wasn't all the time, but more often than not, he was able to win things. And he always gave them to me. Most of the time anyways. Alright, here we go. I heard him say the claw lowered into the pit of toys and stuffed animals. I couldn't quite see what it was grasping, but it got something. When it raised itself up, it was a box. One of the mystery boxes holding a mystery prize inside. I had never seen Crowven win one of these before. It's a loot box, I guess. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win one of these before. The box slid down to the prize chute and I took it out. I dug into the tightly sealed tape with my fingernails and grabbed the flaps of the cardboard so as I took out the prize. It was a decapitated head. No, it's a book. Oh, it's a book. It's a boring prize. Unless it's a manga chapter or a manga volume or whatever. Despite having just come out of the machine, the book itself seemed a little old and worn. The cover read, How to Talk to Ghosts. Okay, I guess we always get this book somehow. It somehow always gets to us. I guess it's destiny. See, Mary, I told you all these machines are scams. Who wants to win a book? What do you mean? It's perfect. I love it. Thank you for letting me have it. It's just nothing. I mean, as long as you're happy with it, I guess it's fine. Crowven and I left the arcade after that, but I had quite the pep in my step, I'm sure, as I was so happy with my new prize. And to be spending time with him again. It was actually a bit late in the day by the time we got out, so we grabbed something quick to bring back home for dinner. It was nice to be riding the bus with Crowven this time. It made the ride and walk back to the cabin feel much less lonely, and much less scary. After retiring to our rooms that night, I put the book on the bedside table to remember to read it later. I got all ready for bed and pulled out my phone, knowing I wouldn't be able to rest until this was taken care of. Are you still there? I assume this is the same. Hello? What can I help you with? Right, sorry. Why is that safer that way? Promise you. I'm not really reading this because I assume, yeah, it's pretty much the same. I can't skip it for some reason because I assume maybe it's because technically in the script it's different, but it just seems to be the same anyway, so it doesn't matter. Woke up next morning earlier than usual, but I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. Yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual, and I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Crowven's door that morning. I saw that he left it open a crack, so I peeked inside. He was sleeping still, drooling on his pillow and arm hanging over the side. It looked absolutely silly. It was nice to see him getting some rest once, instead of racing out to get out of the house before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs into the kitchen and started preparing some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard Crowven coming downstairs from the top of the steps, but he still alerted me by asking, "Hey, are you cooking something down there? Come in the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes." "What kind?" What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh." "Ah, you're right. It was foolish of me to ask." Always weird when you say that. I don't know. I always hear it in English dubs of Japanese animes. You know, the word fool and foolish. You know, because they use it to like replace the word baka in like in the English translation. But do you say that in real life? I don't think I've heard people say fool or foolish in normal conversation. You know, in like with a native English speaker anyway. Crowven took his usual tray in the kitchen as I set out plates for us. At least you wouldn't say it. You know, you wouldn't say it other than as a joke. You know, you like when you say fool, you fool. You know, it's like that just sounds silly. It's like you're doing like a comedy bit or something. Do you want milk or water? Milk, of course. What kind of stupid asshole do you take me for? Well, I don't know, Crowven. Some of us are lactose intolerant. You can't just drink milk. Crowven seemed preoccupied with his phone, but I was in too nice of a mood to care about that. I gave us both milk glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case. Because, you know, you can never have too much. Crowven, are you doing anything today? Why? I just had a lot of fun yesterday, I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something again today. If you wanted to. Oh, you want to? I, hadn't really been planning on it. Oh, I mean, that's okay if you're busy and all. Well, I mean, there's some things I have to take care of first. But will you be free later tonight? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really hang out with anyone besides you anyways. Mary has no friends. Alright, cuz the gang and I were thinking of heading to this club tonight. Uh-oh. A club? Of a gang of people? Is it time for peer pressure? Is it time for, like, you know, his friends? They're actually, like, drug dealers or something, and then make her, like, do bad things again? Why is everyone a bad influence to Mary? You know, everyone is just... Anyway. The gang? You know, me and my buds. Oh, I heard you talk about them, but I never met them before. See? Perfect then. You can come to the club with us, meet them, and we can let loose over a few drinks. All good. I don't drink, but I didn't terribly mind going to a club with Crowven. I don't know. Just random thing for me, but I would never go to a club. I don't like clubs. Clubs suck. You know, nightclubs in particular, it's just crowded. Everything's so loud, you know, and like you can just never have like a good conversation with anyone. Everyone's just screaming, yelling over the music. It's like, it's a fun time and everything. But I don't like it. Like it's the complete opposite to me of like a fun time. I don't know. I'd much rather have a nice, quiet evening with like a few people rather than just like a giant crowd. Like, it's not. I don't know. It's not fun to me. I understand that it might be fun to other people, but it's just not for me. It sucks. It's just stressful. Why would you want? I don't know. Anyway, it's just me though. I never really been to a club before, and even though I'm sure I'm not really the kind of crowd they expect to see there, I was always curious to see what one was like. It's not fun, Mary. But again, I guess maybe she would like it. I don't know. I mean, she did say that she was more of a crowd type of person, right? She likes being around people, is the thing. So, total opposite from me. So I look forward to it. I try to keep myself busy throughout the day. I clean the cabin a bit, as it had been getting a bit out of shape. And I try to start a grocery list since I was sure we'd have to go on a run soon. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited actually. I never met these friends of Crowven, but I know that he's known them for quite a while. At least, since he's been living close to Blackwood, but maybe even earlier. There's been times when Crowven will rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least I always assumed it was them. He's always hanging out with them as far as I know. Despite how much time he seems to spend with them, I have never met them, or haven't even seen what they look like before. I always hear good things about them from him though. So at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. I don't know about that. I mean, they could be, I guess. But I have a sneaking suspicion that they're not. They seem to be the, you know, the, I don't know, the rebellious type, maybe? I mean, probably that's why he was wearing goth stuff in the first place. Very anti-establishment, you know? Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, I don't know. A lot of young people are very reckless. A lot of young people these days are very reckless, you know? I hope they like me. I kept up with Crowven throughout the day. I had to ride the bus into town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. This club seems like an awful lot of work to get into, but I was eventually able to find it after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. No, it's like a basement, I guess. There was a staircase leading down to the entryway, and I heard Crowven yell, "Ah, there she is." As I cascaded down them, I finally met the people I heard so much about. Okay, what do they look like? Tell me. Okay, yep. Yeah, just as I expected, really. Here she is. Gal of the hour. Hello. It's like, hi. I guess, I don't know. Save there, I think? I don't remember actually. Did I save there or save there? October 5th, yeah, okay. Just checking the date. Hello. Hi. That's all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than I was expecting. I mean, you know, you look at Crowben's clothes, you think you would expect these people as well. I mean, I knew that was the kind of look and crowd Crowven liked to hang around, but maybe I wasn't as ready to meet them as I thought. Alright, check them out. Fellows, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellows. My dude over there is Theodore. My other guy over there is Zappara. Yo. Aw, she's kinda cute, Crowven. In a scary kind of way, is she? I always get that impression, by the way. I feel like the Mary as a character, for some reason, by everybody else, always calls her creepy and stuff, and like weird. But like the actual narrative, anyway, it always seems like she's completely normal. I don't see anything wrong with her at all. You know? Maybe that's intentional. I don't know. But everyone just calls her scary for some reason. But she looks completely fine. Well, maybe her doll joints are a little weird, I guess. But I don't know. Nobody ever explained that. But like otherwise, she looks fine. I don't understand. Anyway. Yeah. Creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just screaming like, "Hey, looky, I got a demon inside me." Well, she has like weird demon horn hair though. At least I guess there's that. I like her horns too. Really sells the look. Crowven's friends. I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments. Or how they were looking at me. I felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they started mostly to Crowven's other side. I wish they stopped looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright, what are we waiting for then? Let's get in there. I peered around Crowven and his pals. There was a bouncer from the door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. I could also see that he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Crowven. Is that guy gonna let us in? Huh? Oh no, definitely not. It's cool though, I'm gonna be a distraction. Okay. Then you guys run in and I'll find my own way in. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. I promise, it's gonna be okay. Really? Really? That guy, he seems pretty no-nonsense, doesn't he? Relax, I know what I'm doing. As long as you're with me, Mars, you're good. Well, except for these next few seconds, but just follow Zap and Theo. They'll show you how it's done. I watched as Crowven walk right up to the bouncer, and probably kicked his... oh dear. Crowven then zipped right past us as the bouncer charged down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before I could even call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zappara pulled me to the door. Come on, dumbass. That's our opening. And I was brought inside without any more protests. Brought, rather. I keep saying bought and brought. I always mix those two words up for some reason. Whenever I read them out loud. Brought and bought. They mean different things. Even though they're very similar. How they sound. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. Yep, they're very loud. This is why, I don't know, you're gonna lose your hearing, Mary. I mean, I have never been to one before. And I expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as it pumped through my ears. And probably through your chest, you know, depending on how much bass there is, probably pumping through your chest as well. I mean, it's I don't know, for me, it's better if it's in a concert. You know, I'm fine with loud music if it's a concert, but when it's like a club, I don't know, it's like, not the same. Anyway, it made my bones shake. It was pretty dark, but there were also plenty of colorful strobing lights about. There was a large dance floor and a DJ booth and a bar off to the side, and plenty of people were up and dancing. We had been here only a few minutes, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here as well. I mean, you wouldn't do this. I mean, at the very least, it wouldn't be recommended to do this in the 2020 is all I'm saying. And there's no doubt we only start feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Crowven wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. That's exactly what I was saying, you know? They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. Eventually, they started walking somewhere. I tread close behind them, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at the table and I awkwardly squeezed in next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in there, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. I was also starting to worry about Crowven. He still wasn't here yet. I considered taking my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. He even had a drink in hand. How do you do that? I was astonished he sat down next to us as if nothing happened. Jeez, can you believe these assholes? Oh, I can believe it. Especially when it comes to you. Ah, shut it. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I give them money after all. Shouldn't that be enough for them? How'd you get back here anyways? Nah, don't worry about it, Mars. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it because it's true, you fucking dick. So, what are we talking about over here? Nothing. We're just waiting for you to show up. Waiting on little old me. That's so sweet. So sweet I could puke. Oh, again. Shut the fuck up, dickwad. Why are these friends so swear so much? Yeah, he's swearing so much. Crow and his friends laughed amongst each other, and you could see how close they were with just a quick glance at them right now. They seemed to make him happy. Happier than I've seen him in a while. I like seeing Crowven interact with them and seeing how they got along. But that just made me feel like even more of an outsider, sitting amongst them all. So, Mary, was it? Theodore took a long drag of his cigarette and blew it right in my face. That's just rude. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as I did so. What do you do? Huh? Well, that's what I was wondering. What do you do, Mary? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's an easy question, ain't it? What you do? What do I do? What's your job, sweetheart? Oh, I'm just a neat, you know? Well, I guess, yeah, she used to be, I guess most of the income that she would get would be her, her allowance from working at the family business. Not doing that right now, though. I used to be a waitress, but it only lasted a little while. I'm, not the best when it comes to people, I guess. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Crowven while I try to sort things out. He's been very generous letting me stay. Oh, Crowven's letting you have it easy, huh? You mooch off him and then? You're playing things smart if you are. What's he brought you for, huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Or what'd you say actually? What is that, bro? What's he bought for you? Oh, okay. I thought she meant like what? Again, I keep mixing up brought and bought for some reason in my head. I don't know why. Anyway, what did he buy for you? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off. Oh no, it's nothing like that. Unless it is. Does Crowven think I'm mooching off of him? You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't worry about it. Zap's just a fucking idiot. Yeah, says you. Point proven. Anyways, so Mary, where'd you get those eyes, huh? Oh, my parents gave them to me? Aw, jeez, must've been a disappointing present. My mama gave me eyes like a dead fish. I've been ballin'. I hope they kept the receipt. She's just joshing you, don't take it seriously. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. I guess this is what you do. You just mock each other, you just roast each other, I guess. This is not, well, I feel like, Etiquette 101 though, you shouldn't do that with new people, because usually when you are like teasing people, it's better to know what their weak points are and to avoid them because otherwise you will actually probably insult them for real, right? So usually it's better to tease your friends because you know what they're insecure about, so you don't talk about that. But if it's a new person, you shouldn't just be doing this. This is just very rude. These are very rude people. Anyway, I think Mary's too nice of a name for her though. Nice like soft. It's too soft, like a pansy. If she's gonna be hanging about, she needs a cool name. Should we call her Mars too then? Buzz off. Only I'm allowed to call her that. Oh, I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, hold on now. It's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go to sleep tonight, you'll be staring at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, ooh, Leah, weak remains. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that. You can? Did you ever do that to you, Crowven? Oh, nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything I just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. Lights, the music, the people, Crowven's friends. It was all a bit too much for me. I need to... excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, that's it. She's like Bloody Mary. Sneaking into the bathroom to take her next victim with a mirror. Be easy on him, won't ya? The lights in the bathrooms ain't that good, You'll scare the shit out of someone looking like that. Okay. I got up from the table and squirmed my way throughout the crowd looking for the ladies' room. I began to regret coming here. Even if it were for the way his friends were talking, I wasn't a fan of his atmosphere. It's all so loud and so bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Then why did you come? She even said, oh, let's go to a club. That sounds cool. You didn't expect any of this? Why did I come again? I went to the bathroom and only there did I realize how sweaty I was. It felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks, rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Please don't steal. Don't steal the soap, please. Crowven never told me his friends were like that. I mean, I don't know. They come off as a little blunt. I think what they're doing, they're just, they're just teasing, I guess. But again, if you do it to a new person, it's gonna come off across as rude. I feel like, these type of kids don't care about that, I guess. When he used to describe them to me, they always seemed so much nicer, through his words. Although, should I have expected anything different? I always knew that these were the kind of people Crowven liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Crowven's such a nice person. Even if he hasn't been the nicest lately, still, Crowven being moody. I don't know if it matters here. It'll pass. He'll start feeling better eventually. And he'll go back to treat me like how he did before. Right? Mary always says that, right? And then, probably not. But these people, I just met them, and yet the way they talk to me, Crowven didn't even seem to mind it that much. Maybe I was the problem then. I probably shouldn't have been taking things so seriously. Before I could have my thoughts to myself much longer though, someone opened one of the stalls behind me. I hadn't even noticed someone was here. It's a good thing I wasn't thinking out loud. She approached the sink to wash her hands. I realized it was... Well, is it like, it was Crowven's date or somebody, maybe? Oh, no, it's just you. It's just Twilla. Why is she all dressed up? Twilla? Oh, hey. Didn't expect you to see you here. Doesn't really seem like your type of event. No offense. I could say the same about you. What are you doing here? I come here a lot, actually. Really? Really? I wouldn't have expected that from you. Well, it's not a lot. I just meet up with some friends here every once in a while. It's where they like to be. How about you? Crowven wouldn't like it if he found out I was talking to Twilla right now. I don't know how Twilla feels about him, so it might not be the best time to bring him up to her. Oh, I was just invited by a friend. I'd never been to one of these places, so I thought it could be nice. But it's really loud out there. And my friend brought some of his other friends, and they're what? I don't know. Nauseous, maybe? You should say that. Mary, in order to ingratiate yourself with Crowven's friends, you should start roasting them back. It seems like that's what they like. You should just say that I'm obnoxious. And say like, I'm not scary, you're scary. You dummies. I don't know, that feels mean to say, but they feel kind of mean to me. Mean how? I don't know, like, comparing me to Bloody Mary and stuff. Gross. That sucks. Well, okay. Ironically, Twilla is more sympathetic, ironically, outside of her route. That's why I'm here, actually. I don't really think I want to go back out again. Hmm. I can do you a favor if you like. Oh? My friends and I, we actually sit in the VIP area. It's a lot more chill over there, for lack of a better word. Wait, you're actually inviting me? You haven't even known each other that long. And VIP rooms are expensive too, aren't they? It's fine. We're going to be working together, right? So we should help each other. Besides, I have a feeling you're not really gonna come back to this place after tonight, so I don't think anyone will be bothered by you just being here one time. What should I do? Twilla's offer does sound very appealing, but Crowven invited me here. Can I really just leave him alone? I know he's with his friends, but still, what if he starts wondering about me? And if he finds out that I was hanging around Twilla, he might get upset with me again. Our relationship was starting to get better. I don't want to get him mad at me again. What should I do? Okay. Now we have a choice here as well. I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're not really doing Twilla's route this time, right? But now I'm interested. Is the VI? Wait, how is she? Look, now I'm interested in how she acts in this route now, because now she seems nicer, ironically. But then, why is she different in her route? That's weird. I don't know. I'm conflicted. We'll refuse it. That's very nice of you to offer, but I'm sorry. I wouldn't feel right about banning the people who invited me here, even if they have been a little nasty. So yourself then. Twilla then left out the bathroom without another word. I followed shortly after. I didn't see her after exiting the bathroom again, and it almost seemed like there was more people than when I had entered. It caught me a bit off guard, but I tried to keep my composure as I made my way back to our table. Even though I didn't feel like going back, it was the right thing to do. I was invited here after all. It would be rude, even if they were rude to me. Besides, if I went off with Twilla, Crowven might get worried about me. Because he still cares. Yeah, he's gotta. I returned to the table, and Crowven clumsily got up to let me slide to my seat again. He looked intoxicated already. Oh boy. Hey, sorry. Did I miss anything? Nothing much, except Crowven downing 2 of those little shits he's drinking already. Oh really? I'm waiting for him to throw him out. We're betting on how much he can get to. I don't think he's gonna make it to the double digits. Are you still okay? I'm fine. I keep an eye on him. Yeah, I try to. Why is he? I don't know. Everyone's eyes are always in Crowven already. Mary, Mars. Yes? I was just telling about that thing you do. But you know better than me. Yeah, tell us. Yeah, something about the graveyard, right? I like that place too, so... Oh, do you? Something to bond over? I don't recall having ever seen you there before, but... Well, I sneak into funerals. What would be... I don't know. I sneak into funeral. I like to spend a lot of time there, so I'm quite familiar with the layout. I like to leave flowers out on lonely graves sometimes, and I also, on occasion, I sneak into a funeral or two. Ooh, now. That's something I didn't expect out of supposed goody two-shoes. Talk about a party crasher. That's what I was saying. Tell that nickname they call you. Some folks start calling me, Cemetery Mary. Because I'm, like, always there. And Mary's my name. Oh, that's you. I heard that name before. I didn't expect Cemetery Mary to be all puny and polite. Oh? Yeah, I thought it was like some kind of urban legend, you know. We thought it was a ghost in the cemetery. Like, beware of a dreaded Cemetery Mary. She creeps amongst the graves of her victims, and you could be next. Oh, no, I never. Now that I'm thinking about it, Cemetery Mary. I like it. Sounds like a band name. Mind if I use it? Oh, you're in a band? Nah. The only people I have to start a band with are these 2 chucklefucks. And the only thing they know how to play is with my temper. Hey, don't say that, man. You see, he's already just took 2 drinks and he's already drunk. Yeah, you love us. Love is a strong word. Don't be fucking rude. Zappa hit Theodore with the ends of her sleeves. Zappa's pretty cute. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Despite how she talks, she's like, she put her sleeves, you know, she put the hands in her sleeves. Oh my god, she's such an anime girl. He laughed. Crowven laughed. I laughed too. I guess maybe we do bond a little bit. As it turns out, I found it a lot easier to join in their conversations. At least easier than it was before. I was kinda glad I decided to return to the table. I still was a bit uneasy, of course. I did just meet them after all, and they're all way closer to each other than to me. But I felt like maybe, after a lot of time, they could grow to be some of my friends too. I would really like that. Maybe they're not so bad as, as we thought. As the night went on, Crowven had downed quite a few drinks. He was hopelessly drunk, lopped over the table, and only able to giggle to himself. He never used to be this bad when it came to drinking. I picked him up off the table and told his friends I ought to get him home. They didn't protest in the slightest. I wished him a good night, slammed Crowven over my shoulder, and headed to the exit. I wasn't sure how I was able to get Crowven out without the bouncer noticing. But to my surprise, when I opened the door, no one was out there. I was confused, but I also wasn't going to pass up the opportunity. I hurried along as fast as I could, what with Crow on top of me and all. We then waited together at the bus stop for the next bus to come so that we could get home. It was hard for me to tell if Crowven had passed out or not while we were waiting, but he got up when the bus arrived. I still carried him though, just in case he tripped over himself. We got on the bus together. Excuse me, boss? Got on the bus? No, got on the bus. The bus ride was long and tiring. Crowven leaning over me, his breath reeking of overpriced alcohol. It was even harder getting off the bus. I still carried him because I know he needed me. Yes? Are you okay? He hiccuped. I never liked seeing him like this, but at least I knew that when he was with me, he was safe. Yes, Crowven. I love you. I love you too. And I really do. I've always loved Crowven. It was like family. I mean, isn't he literally family? Let's say like family. And the first friend I ever made. The only friend I ever made. Hearing him say he loved me was something he seldom did as the years passed. So hearing him saying it right now, well, I wish I could say it made me feel very happy. It did make me feel a little happy, but I wish it was something I could hear him say when he was sober, too. Yeah. I carried Crowven back up to his room and laid him on top of his bed. I think he passed out the minute his head hit the pillow. I kissed his forehead goodnight and headed to my own room. Yeah, so far it's not too bad, actually. With Twila, again, I'm comparing this to Twila's route. I feel like Twila's route is a little like, I don't know, where everything is just horrible all the time. But this time is not too bad, at least so far. I wish I could have slept as easily as he did, but I had more to take care of. First, it's more text messages from the mystery dude. What do you do all day? Can't answer that? Why not? You don't even get the phone. Well, of course I don't. What do you do? I can't tell you. Blah, blah, blah. Don't be silly. Of course I'm scared. Really? I have every reason to be. Okay. What is it that you do? I look out for you. Good night, Mary. Okay. Slightly different dialogue. But again, I'm kind of just skipping through it because, it's the same, really. It's not going to give us any information. And we're not really interested in the mystery person right now. We're just going through Crowven's route, This is Crowven's story, not the mystery number story. We'll learn about that later, I imagine. Anyway, it's been a few days since that night. When Crowven got up the morning after, he had a humongous hangover. He was stuck home with me because, well, there's no way I was letting him out when he seemed so sick. I reminded him not to drink so much. It wasn't healthy for him. He drinks and smokes, you're gonna destroy your body, buddy. He didn't really seem to care, though. Trilla had been texting me, too. I haven't really seen her in person since seeing her at the club, but she texts me often. It's ironic, just the opposite. In her route, we always text her, but now it's the other way around. Sometimes we'll agree to meet up somewhere, but something always seems to get in the way, so we haven't been able to get to it yet. I feel bad, though. She texts me updates a lot. The things she's wondering about. Weapons, methods, potential victims. But I oftentimes don't know what to say in return or ever really have anything to show her. I've been wondering if I should start investigating on my own as to not let her down, but she seems so confident in what she's doing. I wouldn't even know where to start. I don't even know how would I start anyway. So for now, I've just been staying home. It's been raining a lot too, so it's not the most apt time to be outside anyways, but even though I haven't left the house in a while, I've been able to stay entertained reading a ghost book that Crowven won at the crane machine. How to talk to ghosts. It was actually an instructional guide, different plane of existence. I think we saw this before. Are they in the realm? Is there heaven or hell or only purgatory? Who knows? Did we contact them? I don't know. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about, by the way, I don't know how I feel about, like, introducing a supernatural element in the middle of the story. It just kind of came out of nowhere, I feel like. You know, I mean, maybe it's set up to be that way because, you know, she's Cemetery Mary. She goes to graves a lot, so I guess it's obvious that she would talk to ghosts, I guess. But I feel like if you're going to introduce, like, a supernatural element, you should do it in the beginning, not in the middle. Because then, you know, it just kind of takes me out of it, you know? You gotta establish that early so that I know my expectations when it comes to the supernatural meter, you know? Yo, I guess Crowven, where are you? Huh? What do you mean? I'm at home. What? Well, that's lame. I thought you'd be out by the cemetery by now. That's kind of your thing, right? Well, I mean, it's raining, no? Nah, just a little cloudy out. Besides, I was gonna be heading there, so I thought I'd meet up with you or something. Maybe we could, like, get lunch or dinner or whatever later, I don't know. That sound good to you? Oh, well, I can leave now if you like. Yeah, come on. I should be there by the time you get here. So don't keep me waiting too long. Well, it looks like I wouldn't be stuck at home all day after all. I put down my book and made sure the fire was completely out before going to meet with Crowven. That's funny, fire was completely out. It reminds me of that time where the entire house was burnt down. Anyway, I felt so surprised, but it was nice to see that he wanted to spend more time with me. I hope that this will continue. And when my parents come back, maybe everything will start feeling a bit more normal again. Hopped off the bus, arriving in town again. It was very cloudy, but the air didn't feel moist at all. Maybe the rainy weather would finally take a break. I made my way over to the cemetery once again. I hope that I didn't keep Grover waiting too long, but I was a bit surprised when I... Hey, you made it. Okay, he's his friends again.